Hey guys, Alan, Third Coast Off-Road. I wanted to share with you a recent experience of mine that's kind of led me to believe that we need to do a video on helping guys shop for their first side-by-side. So I want to actually talk about which ones are worth going to look at. So long story short, we need to get a General into our ranks. I want one with Fox shocks on it, around 3,000 miles, so I've been looking. For whatever reason, everything is always overpriced in Michigan. And it seems to be the used market doesn't catch up with reality that fast. So there's dealers right now selling them new for 13, 14 grand. And there's guys trying to get more than that for a used one. And part of the problem with that is everybody paid too much money for their shit during COVID. And they paid way above what it was or what it should have been. I mean, there's guys buying new side-by-sides above MSRP just to get one. So you've got all these people that are upside down in their side-by-side and they think it's still worth the big money. And reality is it's not. And when you try to tell them that or you make an offer that's in reality, they get mad. So I ended up going to Eastern Ohio to get one. I asked a bunch of questions, tried to get it hammered down. I'm like, is there anything that I'm gonna dislike when I get there that would make me not buy it? Nope, you're good. Got there right at the last minute. Ended up having a broke trans on it. So needless to say, I didn't come home with it. Then I tried to catch a couple other ones in the area and it just, some of the same issues were still there of people just too high on the money. I mean, I get it, nobody likes taking a loss, but at the same time, there's a reason why most of these haven't sold in the last 6 months. People are too high on the money. It's just reality. I mean, I'm sorry. So make sure whatever you're looking for, check what they're going for new currently today at the dealer, because that really dictates where the used market's at. I mean, the same deal. There's a lot of people running around right now with 4-seat General XP 1000s, 21, 22 model years with 3,000 miles on them, wanting $26,000, $27,000 for them. Newsflash, there's dealers with Expeditions right now for that money new. So there's no version of that where it makes sense. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. And another thing is, a lot of people think that because they put accessories on it that, well, I put $3,000 worth of accessories, therefore it's worth $3,000 more. That's not true. That's never held true. It doesn't hold true with cars. You can have somebody that's put $80,000 into a car and they might move the needle 10 grand on what it's worth. That's just how it is. That's the economics of things. I mean, these aren't investments. They're investments for fun, but they're not financial investments. You're gonna lose 100% of the time on these if that's your angle. So keep that in mind when you're looking at stuff, is sometimes people will jack the price up because they put that into accessories. That's not the case. And then we're not having a conversation about what's the quality of the parts that they put on. Were they properly installed? Were they properly maintained? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. And so, I'll ask, when was the last time that the differentials were serviced? When was the last time the transmission was serviced? Have the shocks ever been rebuilt? Shocks need to be done after 2,000 miles. So you'll have somebody with 5,000 miles on a machine, those shocks are probably garbage at that point because they start getting metal shavings on the inside and it tears up the bodies on the inside and they're done. So if that's the case, it affects the price and it affects, how much you're gonna offer, what you're gonna do. Plus it gives you an idea, how good did they take care of this? I'll ask, have the wear parts in the clutch been replaced? If they haven't been touched, if none of the stuff has been touched, it's probably been neglected and it's probably gonna have the control arm bushings loose. It's probably gonna have wheel bearings loose. It's probably gonna have ball joints loose. The U-joints in the center support bearing are probably junk because they've never been greased. And it just kind of goes from there. So, and it seems to be that it's an education issue. Like people didn't even know it's that way. We had one that we were gonna try to save our trip on in Pennsylvania. And as soon as he started shaking down the front end, everything was loose in the front end. I mean, it needed a bunch of work done to it. So if somebody's wanting top dollar for their unit, then it should be in top shape. And if it's not, then that's where the negotiation needs to happen. And I think a lot of this is just awareness. So that's why I wanted to have a video on this, is for any of you that are looking to get your first purchase or maybe looking to buy another used unit, maybe this will help you out a little bit so that you don't get skunked with a piece of junk or spend a day and a half driving in a vehicle for absolutely nothing, because let me tell you, it sucks. So hopefully this has helped you guys. Have a great day.